Okay, sorry about that. I was actually busy in another meet. We'll start at in 2-3 minutes. Okay, so you guys can raise your hand. Will Because three of you are there. So first person, I believe all of you join at same time. So you can raise your hand. We'll go in order of raised hands. And other than that, please be ready to present. Okay, maybe we can start with Shubham Kotkar.
Yes.
Yeah, please. Turn your camera, please. Yeah, please start.
Okay. So I would like to introduce myself first. Myself Shubham Kotkar from Python Developer Group from 15 January batch. So I would like to present on my first task, that is choosing the right Python web framework, which will we have to document all the uh, pros and cons, and that I would like to present. These are the contents of the presentation. Introduction to framework, Python web frameworks, various. Introduction to Python framework like Django, Flask, and Fast API, their pros and cons, and their various comparisons, and conclusion and references. First, I would like to say about the what is framework. A framework is a collection of various packages and modules which are used to develop various softwares, and that developers use to handle low-level details. Python frameworks automate the implementation of several tasks and give a proper structure for the application development. Frameworks are used to reduce the development type. There are various types of the frameworks are of three types, that is full stack, micro, and asynchronous. There are some advantages of framework, which are frameworks are easier to implement. They gives a good documentation, efficient operation, and secure framework. Now we will see the various Python web framework that are Django, Flask, Fast API, Web2Py, Bottle, and CherryPy. First of all, we see Django. Django is high-level Python web framework which allows rapid, clean, and programmatic design development. Django handles most of the complexity of web development, and which we focus on writing writing the API without a need of reinvent the wheel. Django is popular because of its robust nature, and it's mostly used in tech giants like Instagram, YouTube, Pinterest, Mozilla, and National Geographic. The main databases of Django works on the PostgreSQL, MySQL, and Oracle. We install the Django by using the command pip install Django. These are some pros and cons of Django. Pros: code structure is very efficient, easy to build APIs, versatility, scalability, and flexibility. The cons of Django: it's not suitable for the smaller project. Django models have no mixins. They just have the simple inheritance, lack of convention, and everything is based on the Django ORM. Now we will see the Flask. Uh, Flask is the microwave framework that do not require the libraries or tools. This micro framework is a web development framework which is easy to set up and used in the minimalistic web application, and or in smaller web application. Flask supports various extension which has an multiple features like form validation and upload handling. Flask come with the options like template engine such as ORM, catching, and authentication. It is easy to be. It was designed to easy, fast, and scale, and to use for the very complex application and the microservices. We install Flask using the command pip install Flask. These are some pros and cons of Flask. Flask is flexible, scalable, and comfortable. Flask allows unit testing. Flask is very beginner and beginner friendly, easy to use, and it is and their cons are Flask uses models which is third-party environment, and it causes the security breaches. The models are in between the framework are the and the developer. Yes, yes. Now we will see the Flask API. Flask API is a modern, open source, and highly performant framework which is used to build the web application, and it is completely based upon the Python 3.6 plus standard Python unit. And Fast API is a modern high performance web framework which is used to build API. Fast API is works perfectly if our concern is to if our concern in the API is the speed. Net Fast API is used in Netflix for the internal crisis management. It also scales perfectly in deploying production and machine learning models. It is used as in the PIP install Fast API. First, pros of Fast API: it is fast, it has lesser bugs, easy, short, robust, and standard based. Also, a cons of Fast API. Fast API is new and the community is small compared to other from framework like Django of Flask. It has it requires the detailed documentation, and also less education material available on the internet and all the resources. These are the comparison between the Django, Flask, and Fast API according to the some uh, information available. According to the package, Django has the minimum framework, and Flask API and Fast API has Flask and Fast API has the maximum framework. The community of Django and Flask is very large, and Fast API is small. If our concern according to performance is speed, then the Flask and Fast API is good, and Django has the lower speed. Also, the flexibility of the Django is low, and the Fast API is medium, and Flask has the high. According to the learning point of view, or Django is hard to learn, but it has many materials and resources available on the internet, and also on various resources. Flask and Fast API is easy to learn, but Fast API has less resources available. Also, conclusion: Django is best suitable for the web development and the complex applications. Also, Django has the useful for the reusability of code, and Django is used across worldwide and used best suitable for the full stack development and the complex production compared with the Flask and Fast API. If we look at the flexibility and the speed, then Fast API is good than the Django and the Flask. Also, Flask is used in various applications like machine learning and the various ports. And according to the security features, Django is best because they in Django we built the security application like SSL or HTTPS, also the cross-site scripting and SQL injections. And Flask used for the small scale. Flask is used for the small scale and it's simpler application. It has the quick prototypes and the organizations that want fine-grained control over their project components, whereas the Django used for the larger scale and the complex projects. These are the some references which I have used for documentation of this comparison between the Django, Flask, and Fast API. Thank you for giving me that.
Okay. See, work on your presentation skills. Okay, there was a lot of text in your presentation. Make it point wise and then try to explain it. Okay.
Okay.
Can you go on your reference slide?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please. Okay. See, when you have references, try to explain what those references are. Okay. That would be helpful so that people will know what they can expect if they go on this reference. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So you have any more presentations?
No, sir. Right now, not available. I will give it in a evening Scrum meetings.
Yeah, sure. You can.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you for this presentation. We'll move on to Mahaveer sorry, I can't pronounce your name.
Sir,
Yeah, you can leave now. So.
Hello, sir.
I have to put my name in chat box.
No, I got your name.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible. Sorry for the name pronunciation. Let's start.
Okay, sir. Uh, can I share my screen?
Yeah, please.
Sir, is my screen is visible? Sir, sorry, I forgot to turn on my mic.
You can. Yeah, please start.
Am I visible, sir?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Sir, good morning, sir. My name is Mahaveer Bhajibhakare. I am from Java Development Group. Today I want to give my presentation on the implementation of Caesar Cipher in Java, which is under the project DRDO cryptography and cryptanalysis project. So next slide. This is the content which I followed throughout my presentation. The first one is the introduction, then the terminologies, then the implementation of the code, which is divided into two parts, which is encryption and decryption, then the advantages and disadvantages of the Caesar cipher technology. So first of all, introduction. What is the cryptography? Cryptography is nothing but the storing data or transmitting data into another form to secure the data and want to convert or want to reach the data to the respective user which they have to use. So Caesar cipher is one of the technique in the cryptography, which has various names like shift cipher or Caesar cipher or Caesar code and Caesar shift. So Caesar cipher Java cryptanalysis is nothing but an encryption technique used to secure the digital data. Here we use the substitution method to transfer this data into a encrypted data, and when we want to decrypt it, we can decrypt this data with the help of key or the shift. This is the example where there is a characters between A and Z. Here the shift of the character is 5. So when we encrypt that text, then A becomes F, as it tends to it's shifted to the 5 characters, which is A to F, and then B becomes G, and C becomes, and goes on. So next slide. So terminologies. So there are the various terminologies are there in this encryption. So this cryptanalysis. So first one is the encryption. As shown in the encryption is nothing but the process where the plain text is converted into the cipher text with the help of key. The key is nothing but the number of shift we want to shift the data. So as shown in the figure, the hello is the plain text. We want to encrypt this hello to the another message, so ciphertext. So in this is the encryption process of converting a plain text to the ciphertext. So hello becomes JKNNQ. So next one is the decryption process. Decryption process is nothing but the converting the ciphertext into the plain text. So this process can be done with the same key which we have used in the encryption key. In this process, the encryption key and decryption key is the same, which is the number of shifts. So plain text is nothing but the original message, which is the initial message we want to encrypt or we want to secure. The ciphertext is nothing but the message which is come after the process of encryption. And the shift is nothing but the number of shift or number of keys we want to shift the data. So next slide. This is the code we have which I have implemented for the encryption and decryption process. So for the encryption, I have created encrypt method in which the text and key we want to supply. So first I have created the string which is to encrypt, which is the first of all empty string. For that string, first of all we take the text from the input user and make that text to the normal text, which is the plain text. Then I apply the for loop which travels from up to its length. So first of all, the text can be out of two types, which is uppercase or lowercase. So here for the lowercase, I use the ASCII values. As we know, the ASCII values for uppercase and smaller case are different. So first of all, they check is it is between the small a to z. If it is that, then the character value becomes the ch plus key, and this text. And if the ch is greater than z, then character value becomes the z plus a minus 1. And this updated character is attached to the to encrypt string and makes the string which is the we want to convert it into the ciphertext. So and another if else if statement is there for the uppercase, which is a to z, where we check the is the character is in between the capital A to Z, or if it is so, then it will update the same. So this is all about the encryption process, and decryption process is nothing but the vice versa of that encryption process. So it is nothing but the same string, where we can first we create the to decrypt string, which is initially there, and then this two cases are there for the smaller case and lowercase and uppercase, and it will return the to decrypt string. So I want to run that my code for that same. So this is the code I have implemented for that presentation. So this is the respective code which I have explained. So if I run,
Oh, sorry, your demo screen is not visible.
my screen is not visible, sir.
I can see only PPT.
Okay, sir. Sorry. 1 minute. So now it is visible.
Yeah, now it is.
Yes, sir. So this is the code which I have implemented. So here I have first take the respective text and key from the user. So if when I have run this code, then it will first of all first of all ask what is the message regarding that. So I have first type my name Mahaveer. So and what is the key shift number of shifts. Then this is the first of all it goes to the encryption method, and the encrypted message which is according to that, and decrypted message. This message is this message is a ciphertext for the decryption method, and the key is same as we know. So the decrypted message is nothing but the initial message, which is the Mahaveer, which is the initially. So moving forward to the our presentation. So advantage and disadvantage of the Caesar cipher cryptanalysis. So it is as we know, it is a very easy and simple to implement, as there are no calculations are there which are complex. So also the system does not use the complex coding techniques. So it is very easy and easy method to use, and only few computing resources are there. So it is very easy, and it does not take any load on the system. So moving forward to the disadvantages, as we know, the this technique of decryption process is a very unsecure. As we know, the we can decrypt this message with the help of brute force, so it is not safe. So therefore it is less secure, and it can be easily hacked since the message is encrypted by this method and decrypted also by the same key. So it is not secure and not used for the so that's all on my end. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I believe you forgot to add the conclusion slide.
Sir, what, sir?
Conclusion slide.
Conclusions. Okay.
Yeah. You need to add those slides. Okay.
Mm,
And at the end, where you have thank you slide, you need to add your email so that people can contact you if you want. Okay. So,
e-
yeah, email or a GitHub account. Okay. Just that. Other than
mm,
that, I would say, see, your explanation was good, but try to do more story type of explanation. And when you have like encryption and description, see, that was really good. But try to use more flowcharts or diagrams. Okay, so they are more easier for us to understand. When you have lot of code, see, it is really small and the visibility is not there. Okay, so it makes really hard for you to understand. See, your PPT is really well made. Design is really good. The contents is really good. Okay, it is just
okay,
that
sir.
if you had more like diagrams of flowchart, it will become more better. Okay. Other
Okay, sir.
than that, it was okay. Your explanation skills are good. I saw that. Try to do
Okay.
more story type presentation. Like when you have Caesar cipher, a topic like Caesar cipher, you can make a story out of like why Caesar cipher is important. What is the history of cryptography, and then what are the other features about it. Then what are is like after Caesar cipher how it evolved, and like why Caesar cipher is used. There are some like advanced encryption algorithms that use Caesar cipher. You can
Yes.
have this kind of so it will become more in depth and it will have more knowledge. Like people will get more knowledge about it. So
Okay,
that
sir.
is the goal. Okay. When we have presentation, that is see your task is only related to Caesar cipher, and that is okay. Okay. We only
Yes,
want
sir.
you to do that much, but when you are doing a presentation, the more in depth and more professional it is, the better we understand that you have understood that topic.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So is there any more presentation from your side?
Uh, yes, sir. This one more I have a presentation,
Yeah.
which is
Please start with that one.
okay. So can I start?
Yes, please.
So, good morning, sir. My name is Mahaveer Bhajibhakare. I am from Java Development Group. My next task is building a simple Java web application using Spring Boot. So this task is under the project, which is the introduction to the server-side core Java application and their architecture. So, next slide. So, these are the contents which I follow throughout my presentation. So, first one is the introduction, then the development steps. First one is the creating a Spring Boot project, add Maven dependencies, create Spring MVC controller, create JSP page, and run and demo. So, what is the server-side Java application? The server-side Java application is nothing but the Java application which runs on the server and provides the services to the client. So, these applications are typically handled to the business applications and manage the data and access the external services. So the server-side Java applications have mainly three layers. So the first one is the presentation layer, then the second one is the business layer, and the third one is the data layer. So next slide. What are the development steps for creating a simple Java web application? So these are the following the steps which are the in that. So first one is the creating Spring Boot project, then add Maven dependencies to it, then create Spring MVC controller, then create JSP page and run and demo. So, so first step, what is to create a Spring Boot Java application? So for creating Spring Boot application, we have two methods are there, two ways are there to create the Spring Boot application. So first one is the we can create the Spring Boot project with the help of Spring Initializer. In the Spring Initializer, we go to the Spring Initializer and create a new Java web application by adding by providing the necessary dependencies like Spring Web, Spring Data, JP, Spring Data JP, and ThemeLeaf, and then we can download it in the form of zip file, and we can extract it and create a new project. And the second one is the create the Spring Boot project in the Spring Tool Suite, which is nothing but the STS. In the Spring in the Spring in this method we have to install the Spring Tool Suite. which is the third party application, in which we install the Spring Tool Suite and for Eclipse IDE, and then go to the file and file in the new, and we can create a Spring Starter project, and we can choose the required dependencies as per the project required. So next one is the add Maven dependencies. So for that, I use the second option, which is the STS, which is the Spring Tool Suite. For that, first of all, we can see the what are the dependencies are there in the pom.xml file, as shown in the figure. For my project, I open the pom.xml file of my project. So these are the dependencies which I add. So this is the simple Java web application. So I have added the two dependencies. The first one is the Spring Boot starter web dependency. So this dependency is nothing but this dependency provides all the core requirements required for the Java web application for the running a Spring Boot, and it has the embedded Tomcat server. So we don't want any external server for the running purpose of this Java application. So the second one is the Tomcat embedded Jasper dependency. So this dependency is nothing but the nothing but to convert the JSP page into the JSP page into the servlet. So as we know, for the view purpose, we use the JSP file. So to know the web application, this is the JSP pages. So we want to add this dependency. So this is the packaging structure for my project. So first of all, I have created my first web app. So in that, this is the package which is com.mahaveer.demo. So in that, I have created first of all, default it is a first file is created, which is my first web application.java. And I have added in the SRC in main, and I have created one folder which is web app, where I have created the home.jsp page. And also I have created, this is the view. As we know, the Java web application have MVC architecture. So model in the view, for the view purpose, I have created a home.jsp page, and for the controller, I have created a controller class, which is the home.controller. This is the overall packaging structure of my project. So next slide, creating a Spring MVC control. As we know, we want for the purpose of MVC, we have to make a controller class where the requests are reached to the server, to the web application. So this is nothing but the first part where the requests are coming. So in this Java class, I have created a class called as home controller. In that, there is a home method is there, and I have added the controller, which is the nothing but the controller annotation. This is nothing but the shows that this class is nothing but the controller class. And there I have created one request mapping is there, which is nothing but the home, which return the home.jsp file. So next one is the JSP page. In the MVC, as we know, there is the view purpose is also we have needed. For the view purpose, I have created a JSP page where I have created home.jsp file. In that, there is a simple. I have created a text which is the welcome to the Java world text. At the output purpose, we have to print that welcome to Java world. So nothing but this is the last process. If we want to run this application, we first want to go to the IDE, then right click on run as the Java application, and go to the server, which is the respective browser, and on that we can type the URL, which is nothing but the localhost 8080/home. So this is nothing but the final output we get. I want to run that application for regarding that. So this is nothing but the that application I have made. So this is the package which I have created, and in that the home controller and first Voodoo web app is there, and also there is the SRC in the main. I have created the web app, and in that home.jsp page is there. So if we run this project, first of all, I stop that. Mm, this is this is that the showing that our web application is running, and this is the Chrome browser where we can type that what is the localhost dot 8080 dot slash home. So this is the what is the type, which is the welcome to the Java world. So this is the all about presentation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, see, this was much better than the previous one, I would say. The expression was well done, the demo was well done. Okay. The
Okay,
only
sir.
problem was same you didn't have conclusion and references. So next time
Yes,
when you
sir.
are creating a presentation, make sure to add those. Okay.
Yes, sir. I don't know about to post the conclusion. So this is my first time for presenting my presentation for the internship. So that's why I don't know.
See, we discuss about it in every internship meeting, okay, or every day.
Mm.
That is every internship meeting that we have. We discuss about it, okay, and it is made clear. So you need to join the internship meeting, look at other people's meetings, okay, and if you are not
Okay,
able
sir.
to
I will.
join, then you can go on Trello. In common board we post the meeting recordings, you can look at it, you can find the your topic and see how previous people had done, what reviews they have received, and then make based on that.
Okay, sir. I will take care for from the next presentation.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you for presentation. We'll move on. You can
Okay, sir.
stop the screen share.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Sangameshwar. You can leave if you want.
Hello, sir. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are audible, visible. Please share the screen.
So extremely sorry for yesterday. I think it was a network issue.
Yeah, that is completely fine. Uh,
Yeah.
so, what is your topic?
I'm from Python developer internship, and it was my first presentation.
How many presentations you have left?
No, it's the first presentation.
Only one presentation.
Sorry.
Only one presentation.
No, I haven't done any presentation yet.
This one. Do you need to do only one presentation, or you are going to do multiple presentations?
Two presentations are there for now.
Okay, then please start with the first one.
Yeah. Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay, good morning, sir. I am Sangameshwar Dhule from Python Developer Group. So today I am here to give presentation on the topic. Uh, so first is Google crawler for digital marketing, followed by sending email using SMTP and Python. So let's see one by one. Okay, so the agenda for Google crawler is, so we are going to see one by one like what's it's actually a Google crawler is, and what is its need, its features, its working, and finally its uses. So Google crawler is nothing but it's a software program which scans the different websites automatically and gives the relevant data for end users. Like this program is used by a search engine to scan the different web pages at the same time to understand the content and create the list of all the websites. Okay, so what's its need? So like internet has a wide amount of data in present era, and finding a relevant information requires like a efficient algorithm, and it's difficult to find all the data which required for end users. So the crawler provides the scope to the search engine and find the required data which is most important for like end users for digital marketing purpose. Okay, so next is it's a features. So it's a scalable. we can change its sites as per the requirements. In runtime, we can add different websites at the same time. Let's say we add 3 websites to search the data for a digital marketer. But like requirements are one more requirements is added from end user, so we can add at a runtime as well. It's a robustness and its performance and efficiency is quite good, and also its quite quality is high. So how it works, let's see. So the crawler begins with one or more URLs that constitute a seed set. Like we can give multiple websites at the same time in the form of list, and it picks the one by one URL from the set and fetch the web page at that URL. And the fetched web page is then parsed and the data is extracted from that text or the hyperlink. The extracted data is added to visited URL so that we can't go there uh, repeatedly. So next is its uses. So the digital crawler is mostly used to access the relevant web pages efficiently and the collect data from different web pages. Oh, second, let me show the code for it. Hello, the collab file is visible, sir.
No, I can see the PPT only.
Okay, let me share it again.
Sure.
Now is it visible?
Yeah, now it is visible.
Okay, so these are some of the libraries I imported. The first one is request. The request library used to send the HTTP request in Python. The second is pandas for to create a table, and next is JSON for the data transmission. I used it, and another is the date time to manage the data and times for the library. So here I have created one empty list for the questions. This is the final list I written from. And next is the keyword which a user can input, let's say I want to search for the engineering colleges and what people thinks about the engineering colleges in India. So I just enter the keyword engineering, so it takes the keyword as an input from user. Here is the site list. Let's say I want to search the engineering keyword from different websites. Like I have given here the quora.com, Reddit, and Stack Overflow. And here I applied a loop on it. Like it will loop through one by one and scans the each and every site I have given in this particular list. Here is the Google API, and I sent one request to that Google URL. I stored the API link here. Then JSON response for data transmission, and here are the total results. I converted in the JSON response the Q1 function, the search information and total results as a parameters. Then the total pages are like rounded. Let's say one website contains multiple pages, so I rounded it by, and then I have given a try and expect function here. And finally, the each result I have appended in its question list. And finally, I created a table using pandas data frame. Here is the output for it. I entered the keyword like information technology, the all relevant information about information technology on different websites like quora.com, reddit.com, and stackoverflow.com. The output is written in a table. This is the pandas data frame, and I've converted it into a CSV file .csv. So that's it for the digital crawler. So let's move on sending email using SMTP. The PPT is visible, sir.
No, it is not visible.
I hope it's visible now.
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. So for sending email using Google SMTP, the agenda for it, like we are going to see first of all what is SMTP, its component, and how I implemented it, followed by its advantages, and finally we'll see its conclusion. Okay. So next is what is SMTP? SMTP is an abbreviation for Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. It was first proposed in 1982. So this protocol is generally used to send email message from one email account to another via the internet. So what are the components? Components are like your agent. It gives access for user to mail. The mail agent it for user to submit the mail, and a transfer agent is transfer the email from one host to another host, and finally a mail delivery agent. It delivers the email to the right email address. So next is its implementation. So I imported some of the libraries like SMTP and MIM SMTP. Then I set up the email parameters like the user email address, the for sender email address, and receiver email address. Then create the email message in a draft, and yes, we have to set up the SMTP connection, and finally we have to just send the mail. So what are its advantages? It support the bulk mailing. Like at the same time, we can send the email to many persons. It's reliable and a quick email delivery, and we can constantly attempt to resend the message. Okay, so next is yeah, it's a conclusion. So SMTP is generally used for bulk mailing. Its email communication is quite good, and it plays a crucial role in the modern communication landscape. So it allows the individual and organization to send and receive the email message quickly and efficiently across the internet. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. Thank you. Hello, sir. I'm done.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, do you have any other more presentation?
Yeah, one more is there.
You can go with that, then we will review both of them together.
Sorry, your voice is breaking. It's not clear.
Start your second presentation.
Okay, okay. Hello, sir.
Please start.
I hope the PPT is visible.
Yes.
Okay. So the task is choosing the right Python web framework, and the project name is Overview of Python web framework. Okay. So the content are like what introduction of Python programming. Just a second. So content are introduction of Python programming, what like Python web development, what is Python framework, then Python web frameworks, what are the different, then like the explanation of each and every Python web framework one by one. So let's say first of all, what is Python and its introduction. So Python is interpreted, object-oriented, and high-level programming language. So it's a dynamic syntax semantics developed by Guido and Rassam in 1991. So Python is like it's a computer programming language, which is generally used to build different websites, software programs to automate the task and to conduct data analysis or data science or machine learning projects. Like Python is a programming language as well as a scripting language, we can say, and is also called a general purpose programming language. Okay, so what are the uses of Python? And Python is mostly used for the web development from server side, and for software development, game development, then for system scripting as well, for developing websites and softwares, for task automation, then data analysis and data visualization. The data analysis and data visualization or data science or machine language, Python is mostly used for these domains. So next is like Python for web development. So this could be one of the strong reason behind the Python language, as it's more popular in robust collection of frameworks and libraries. So it has likely the most powerful and productive frameworks, which helps for functionalities like we can give the authorization for our websites and for database connectivity, for CRUD operation like create, read, update, and delete, for handling payments, as well as in web development as well. So what are the different Python web frameworks? So like Python web framework is collection of packages or the modules that allow developer to write web applications or services, we can say. So with the developers don't need to handle low level details or protocols, sockets of process like thread management. So it gives like efficient gives the like it collect the efficient data from users and shows on the in the graphical user format. So what are the different types of Python web frameworks? So types are like micro frameworks are there, asynchronous frameworks, and the full stack web frameworks like Django. Okay, so these are some of the Python web frameworks we are going to see in next slide. So first is Django, second is Flask, then Fast API, Web2Py, Bottle, and CherryPy. So let's see one by one. The first is Django. So let's give the introduction of Django. It's a popular and open source for full stack Python framework. So it uses the ORM, that is object relational mapper, to map object to database tables. The like it's by default it uses SQLite database, but we can make changes in setting.py file, and we can add the Oracle MySQL and PostgreSQL as well. So like it also works on other databases using third-party drivers. So we just have to make some changes in setting.py file. Once we have started a project in Django. So like we can say it's a nice and automagic for backend. So it follows the dry principle like don't repeat yourself. And database schema migrations version is Django v.1.7. And as discussed above, its object it uses ORM, its object relational mapper. So next is how we can install the Djangos. So there is one command we use that pip install Django, and for verifying the Django installation, we just have to in the command prompt we have to add the command like Django /admin __ version, and like we recognize the changed version of Django. Then a.exe has been introduced so that using Django-admin in the piece of Django-admin.y in the command prompt, we can shift from one version to another version. So let's see its pros and cons. The pros are like it has very efficient coding, faster development, versatile and scalability, and flexibility. So its cons are it's not suitable for smaller project. It requires like as per the project requirement, we have to choose the different web framework. But mostly the Django is used for robust project or some vast project, we can say. So Django model can have no mixins, like they just have a simple inheritance. Up to that we can use in Django. So now everything is based in Django ORM. We have a get a admin page. There we can create a different databases in model.py file, and it has a lot of convention. Okay, so use cases of Django are it can tackle the projects of any size and capacity. We can use it for simple sites or high performance site as well. So few use cases are like in high load banking engines or shopping platforms, or for school management system, or in built-in custom CRM systems for internal data, for iOS and Android applications supporting web-based application. Next is its a features. So the features are like we can do the URL routing in it, or authentication as well. So it uses CRPF token for authentication. And it has template engine, then database schema migrations. We can migrate our database if we update some data in it using the command like Django admin make migrate changes. Then it plethora ready to use libraries it has, or it's more secure, gives security to users as compared to other frameworks. And last is ORM, that is object relational mapper. Okay, so moving towards Flask. Flask is also a micro framework for Python. Like it is generally used for small case applications. So yeah, and because it's it's a lightweight and easily adaptable to suit the developers as per its needs. So Flask, it depends on the Workzone WSGI toolkit and Jinja 2 templating. Jinja 2 templating is nothing but we can add the Python frameworks into our HTML file. So it involves the built-in hash debugger and for web development servers with integrated support for unit testing as well. So we can handle the HTTP request. Then it has no built but as like Django, it has no built-in ORM support, and it's very simple and it's directly uses the routes. So how we can install the Flask? So Flask can be installed the same like Django. Just we have to use the command in command prompt pip install Flask, and we can verify the installation by the command Flask admin __ version. So like Flask is installed automatically with all the dependencies. We don't have to add any third party package or anything like. So let's see its pros and cons. The pros are like it's flexible and comfortable. It's scalable like Django. Then it allows unit testing, and it's very beginner friendly. So anyone can start with Flask with no prerequisites. And as we have seen, it's lightweight as well. So cons are like it uses different modules. It may be a third-party involvement and prone to cause security breaches. The models are in between the frameworks and the developer. So let's see its use cases. So it's not advisable to use for the high-load enterprise software because it's lightweight and can't handle a large amount of data. We can use Flask for commercial projects. It can help you to get quickly, but doesn't work well when resembling a real world. You can quickly implement Flask projects such as for e-commerce website or for Twitter and Facebook bot, and for online social networking and static sites as well. So next are its features. So it can debug fast. It has Jinja 2 templating and it's Unicode based, and it's a built-in. It has built-in development server. It can handle the HTTP request as well. Then WSGI compilers. It support the integration for unit testing, and also it support the RESTful request dispatching, and it support the different support the secure cookies, and it has ability to plug any ORM as object relational mapping. So let's move on to the fast APIs. It's also one of the Python web-based framework, and it's very simple to use. And its name suggests that fast API, it works very fast for real-time application. It has documentation is clear and easy to follow. It's generally used for tech giants such as Microsoft, Netflix, and Uber. This API is modern high-performance web frameworks for building APIs. It is also used to build a modern web APIs. Okay, so next is how you can install the fast APIs. So in like Django and plus we just have to give the command in command prompt install fast APIs, and for to verify its installation, fast API -admin __ version. So it gives the current version our system follows for fast API. So next, let's say its pros and cons. The pros are like it's fast as its name suggests. Then it has very less amount of bugs. It's easy to handle, short, robust, and it's on standards based. Okay, so its cons are it's relatively new, so community is very small as compared to other frameworks. And regardless of the detailed documentation, this some of like it very little external education materials. It's a fast, let's say the fast API and its use cases. So it's works efficiently for speed. Like we want the speedy website, then we can use the fast APIs. Like Netflix uses, it's for the internal crisis management. It also scales perfectly in deploying production ready machine learning models. And because machine learning models works best in production when they are wrapped around the REST APIs and developed in microservices. So next are its features. The features are like it has very good performance, and the coding is so fast, so we can fastly code it. It's easy to understand. It has less amount of bugs, and it's editor support. and we required a minimal effort for it. The standards are open. It can run very fast. It's straightforward and standard based, as we have seen before. So let's see its conclusion. So choosing Python web framework any is based on our project requirements. It may be like we have to see the size of projects, the users they may visit, the number of users visit to our website. So let's see one by one. Django, like we have already seen, it's used for full stack robust application. Like for it because it has several functionalities and it works very well in production area. So Flask is generally it used by machine learning engineers and developers who want to quick prototype a web application and build APIs easily and quickly. Fast APIs are it's perfectly for speedy or scalability, we can say. Thank you. That's all about from my side.
I hope you are done with both of your presentation.
Sorry, sir.
I hope you are done with both of your presentations.
Yeah, both
Okay.
are done.
Okay. See, in your first presentation, explanation, you need to work on it and try to do more story type presentation. Okay. So when you
Yeah,
have like Hackveda operation script, something like this, then try to explain why SMTP is important. So suppose if I want to send one mail or two mail, then I can usually use Gmail, right? But
yeah,
if I have lots and lot of email, if I want to send bulk mail, then I need SMTP. So try to touch on these topics like why they are important. Try to make a story out of it, and then uh, second thing I noticed that you don't have any references or any Q&A slide. So add that in both of your presentation. You didn't add that, and in the second presentation, see you had choosing between right framework, but give more real life examples like why those frameworks should be used and what are the type of apps, like give an example of like some app, like make a app and then see give the example like this kind of apps are used for the Django, this kind of apps can be used for Flask. Okay, so do some more in-depth research on that. Other than that, I would say it was okay.
okay, sir. Next time I will follow your guidelines.
Yeah, don't forget to add the references and Q&A, okay, because you will
So,
unnecessarily lose marks on it.
okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So we'll move on to Nikita Waghmare. You can stop the presentation, Sangameshwar. If you want, you can leave also. Yeah, please start, Nikita.
Yes, sir. Sir, is my screen visible?
Yeah, it is visible.
Okay. Good morning, sir. My name is Nikita Waghmare. I am from Cloud Computing Group, and today's my presentation title is Set up an Amazon RDS instance. Let us see the topics we are going to cover. Introduction, why choose RDS over EC2 on or on-premises setup, RDS concept, demonstration, reference, and conclusion. Introduction. Amazon RDS, it is a manageable relational dataset service provided by the AWS. It makes it easier to set up, operate, and scale relational databases in the AWS cloud. It supports an array database engine to store and organize data. It also helps with relational dataset manageable tasks such as data migration, backup recovery, and patching. There are the different dataset engine that is supported by the RDS are MySQL, SQL Server, PostgreSQL, Oracle, MariaDB, Amazon Aurora, Amazon RDS Custom. Now we will see why to choose RDS over EC2 and on-premises. For the relational database, in an on-premises server, you have to assume the full responsibility. Here you can see from application optimization, scaling, high availability, from OS installation to power network and cooling, all the tasks is have to done by the customer. Rather than it, we will see in EC2 instance, the customer have to do the from application optimization to OS installation and the server maintenance, hardware life cycle, and power network and cooling. The all task is handled by the AWS service. On beside of that, we will see the RDS management, in which the customer have to do only application optimization, and all the remaining tasks is handled by the AWS. So Amazon RDS free. Amazon themselves suggest customer RDS and EC2 for relational database. Amazon RDS managed database service. It responsibility for most management tasks. Let's see the RDS concept. DB instance. It is an isolated database environment in the AWS cloud. It is the building block of the Amazon RDS in the DB instance. Let us see the DB engine. It is a specific relational database software that runs on your DB instance. It supports the various type of engines like MySQL, MariaDB, PostgreSQL, Oracle, Microsoft SQL, and many more. Let us see DB instance class. It determines the computational and memory capacity of the DB instance. Each instance offers the different compute, memory, and storage capacity. For example, db.mg6, it is a general purpose DB instance class powered by the AWS Graviton processors. Now we are going to see the features. Availability. The automated backup feature of the IDS make it available for the recovery of the dataset instance, and it is available in various regions. Let us see the scalability. The scalability provided by the IDS, it scale up and scale down according to our need. Let's see the backup. The IDS supports the backup in many ways. We use the snapshot for the storing our memory. Let's see the security. For creating our new data set, we have to create the password. The password is known to you only. It is provide the high security. Let's see the pricing. The ideas we have to pay only the amount of data we are using. And I would like to suggest, after we creating a dataset instance, then we have to delete it later on to save our money. Let us see the submission screenshot. Here the dataset I have created. Let us see the reference. These are the reference. Let us see the conclusion. Amazon RDS, it is a powerful tool that provides the cost-efficient, resizable, and capacity in a standard relation database, and manages common database administration tasks with the high availability, security, and compatibility of database. Thank you. And sir, do you have any question? Now I am going to show you the demonstration, how to create a database in RDS. First, I'm going to select here standard create. Then here are various engine type. Here I am selecting MySQL. I'm going to create new database. standard create. Now I am selecting my engine, MySQL. Now it will show the engine version here. Sorry for the interruption. I think I have a network issue that's why it is taking too much time. It is showing the current version of the MySQL. So templates, there are 3 templates: production, dev, test, and free tier. Here I am using free tier. Hello, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Sorry, sir. It is taking some time.
Not an
I
issue.
think it
You
is
can move on.
okay. Okay. Then I am selecting here free tier, giving the DB instance identifier. I am here giving name. I am giving your name, master root name, master username as a root. Then I am auto generating a password. You can give your password. Then I am giving here TB2 micro. Then I am keeping all as it is. I am giving here public access as a yes. Creating here database. Already given everything. Yes, sir, it is creating here. It will take some time. That's it from my side.
Okay. See, when you are doing a demo and you need to wait, you can explain the other things, right? In this demo, there are a lot of things that you could have explained. See, like there was something, I believe, show the version that support the multi-cluster, right? So you can touch on those topics like what those things are. Okay, do some more in-depth demo. See, make your demo look like so that if I watch your demo, I can create like a RDS instance myself. And if I have any kind of issue, I can just see your demo and look at it. Yeah, then I will be like, okay, now the issues are clear. Now my questions are clear. Like, see, in when you're creating, there are multiple options. So touch on all the options. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So do some more in-depth demonstration next time. Other than that, I would say it was fine. Okay.
Okay, sir.
If you have any more presentation,
No, sir, I will give it on one day after.
yeah, you can give it to me tomorrow. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you are done, you can leave. Okay, so I believe no one else is there. Then we can conclude this meeting. Okay, so thank you for joining. You will receive scores by tomorrow or by evening. Okay, then we'll conclude this meeting. Thank you.